good morning. 13 market moves analysis, July 9th, 2020. And officially, we're getting the confirmation on the shift of the trend. So drop, bounce, drop. Those are the only three words you need to memorize and use them for the course of the next 72 hours, guys. We're fixing to go to a waterfall drop-off part of the market. So despite of the market looking complacent pre-market, guys, it is about to unwind in the move to formation. We've got a very powerful sequence, which the last day yesterday of the sequence actually had a combination of the pre-existing condition for the further creation of the move to today. So overall, yesterday we logged in as a move 7, and we're all in a highly bearish sequence. It was a very weak move 7 because the first half of the move really was a huge pattern of the move 2 type behavior. And so the drop of the move 2 part yesterday was happening in a really strong volume. It was followed through on a very tiny volume on a bounce, guys. This is highly meaningful. It does communicate to us that this is officially the market top. And the only reason the market is even holding up because of the prior existing bullishness overall in the Asian market, which we believe Asian market bullishness is just about to fade. Officially, based off the pattern and the calculation that we've done, VIX is about to close above 30, which is highly meaningful. It will confirm the uptrend in the pattern of the VIX. Apple top sets yesterday. That was another thing why the market was holding in on its final fumes yesterday, because they managed to squeeze another high on Apple, and it's likely to be highly reversed, and we can see some substantial drops in the Apple shares. So clearly that would be a negative for the Dow Jones average. That would be a negative for NASDAQ. That would be a negative for pretty much every index out there. But what we want to focus is really shorting the S&P index. So the top trades at this point, guys, we've suggested that you close the BABA calls yesterday. At this point, it is no longer making sense to hold BABA calls. We actually want to reverse the trade and go into puts on BABA. And KLA yesterday we were highly bullish, but it made an outsized move, about $16 move, higher from what we've recommended to buy the stock. So officially we're reversing that trade too. Tesla, as pointed out yesterday, that was the top in Tesla. It is confirmed pre-market that officially it is the stop. As a matter of fact, you can see that all these huge moves that Tesla has been making pre-market over the course of the last 5-6 days, it is officially fading. It is the smallest size move higher on the smallest move, on the smallest volume in Tesla. So officially expecting Tesla to reverse substantially by the end of the day and tomorrow. And Amazon has been shooting in stratosphere, guys. This level of 3130. 30, anything above 3100. We want to own puts on Amazon because it could drop sharply. Within minutes, you could see some super sharp drops in Amazon. And of course, our favorite to short in the travel sector is BKNG, notably W. Ticker just W, guys. Wayfair is another stock on the list, which we're highly interested in putting the biggest short position on. So those are the trades. CMG, we've talked about that yesterday. Basically, the top in Apple, guys, is accompanied by a huge divergence right here on the RSI. Look at this volume divergence. Absolutely insane. The stock keeps moving higher and higher pretty much every day. Some pullbacks to buy every day. Boom. We're at closer to the 380, 390 level. Getting this reversal candle and accompanied by the total reversal in the volume side. So all the buyers are gone. The stock moves to all-time highs, but guess what? The buyers are no longer buying at these levels, which creates some strong potential reversal anytime you see something like this created on the chart. So we've been talking about the S&P 500 hitting potentially these level right here. And yesterday we mentioned it's going to run out juice possibly without hitting that level. So we got an official confirmation on that, guys. Failed breakout. So overall, you can consider this pattern right here is a cup with a handle pattern. Now, the meaningful part about this and why today is such a critical day for the S&P 500 is the fact that, as you can see right here, we're in a stage where this bullish crossover is likely to be created. Well, just sometimes when reverse is true, when you have a bear crossover, sometimes they fail. And if you record the chart patterns that we've been showing you in the daily analysis video, okay, about a year ago, last summer, actually right about this time in July, we've had Amazon was creating similar pattern. It was a cup with a handle, and the crossover was about to be made, and so all the arguments why Amazon shares would have moved higher at that moment and broken above the 2050 level, they were there. But Amazon hit like 2030, and it retraced back. You know what happened after that? It actually drops, continues to drop. You visited 1,500, now it's at 3,000 a year later. But the point is, the chart pattern was identical. The point I'm trying to make, it's going to be likely a failed breakout. So typically you could expect, this is your cup, this is the handle of the cup, you could see substantial breakouts higher. But even though all the potential patterns are here that are highly bullish, and this bullish crossover is in a stage of developing this cross, literally today it's supposed to do it, but it's likely to fail. There's a high probability of a failure of this breakout, and so if that fails to break out, we know two things are going to happen. Stocks like Amazon are going to fail to break out higher. Stocks like Apple are going to fail to break out higher, which is going to put substantial pressure on the market overall, especially the S&P 500 index, because all these stocks represent such a great component percentage-wise of the overall index. So with that said, you want to short S&P 500. You want to short even stocks that recently have been staged in a breakout. So here's from a few videos ago, we suggested buying BABA calls when it was right here. Okay, so this is how BABA actually pre-market looks crazy strong, hitting 270 level. So that's a $35 move, considering the price of the options that were super cheap, guys. I mean, these is official. I've talked to some of you guys. I mean, some guys locked in 1,500, 1,800% of this trade who actually held on through the end of the trading day yesterday, depending on what strike you held. So congratulations on that, guys. Nice trade. But the reason I've inserted this slide is to show you that this is a breakout of a really strong foundation right here. And it's not likely to hold. So even strong breakouts like this are likely to be reversed. Therefore, you don't want to own calls at this point any longer. So next market move for today, we're expecting to move 2. This is how it's going to look. Basically, a bounce followed by a reversal, followed by a bounce, followed by a reversal. Basically, you want to short the damn bounces. It's that simple. Bounce, drop, bounce, drop, bounce, drop. That's your strategy. Short the damn bounce. Officially, the sequence is turning highly bearish, with VIX actually handing in not just above 26, but actually handing in there now above 28. Bull markets do not run higher when VIX is at 28 or close to 30. Officially today tracking for that move 2 with the green VIX formation. VIX officially could close above 30. That would be highly meaningful to confirm a bear trend reversal opportunity in the markets, while everything is still highly complacent on the psychological clock with the market participants. A lot of these bulls are going to get caught off guard, and they are going to try to buy the dip, and this time buying the dip is not going to work out. So simply focus on shorting the top. July 8th, Wednesday, yesterday, guys, was a move 7. The interesting part about this move 7, it's not your ordinary 7s. You notice we locked it in with the behavior of a move 2, which is critical in estimating the high probability of the move 2 creation today. So the market pops. It sells off sharply by 11 o'clock. Typically, this is a classic setup for a move 2 formation, but in this particular case, okay, they buy the dip once, they buy the dip twice, and we finish slightly higher, but on lower volume. Another way to really break this move down is the first part of the move, okay, is rather strong, and it is a move 2 formation. So overall, even though we got a 7 move yesterday, this behavior of 2 was such pronounced that it's likely to repeat itself today in the overall move for the entire day. 2-day sequence is 11-7. This is how it looks on the chart. Here's your pyramid formation right here. Another pyramid after hours right here. Another one right here. So after hours, pre-market, we're getting all these 11s. Another one, which is in this case is a move 2. If you combine it with a pre-market action, it's a move 11, followed by a small push high in the markets. But it's not a no longer a highly bullish move like a typical 7, because the behavior of the 2 so meaningful and pronounced in this particular move yesterday. 11-11, 7-11-7 is the official sequence, and these 7s didn't look nowhere as strong as some of these behaviors of the 2 inside of them that we're observing here. So at this point, not only do we have the head and shoulder formation, we've got a combination of lower highs, which will lead ultimately to a drop-off today. And if we do get officially that drop-off in a 2 formation today, guys, tomorrow could be a phenomenal day. We could be gapping down tomorrow like 1,000 points lower tomorrow on the Dow. It could be gapping down 100 points on the S&P lower. So catch this moment, and all the patterns are here. You got your head and shoulders, you got strong VIX. If VIX closes above 30, or it's on track to close above 30, guys, take action. Okay, this is the time to take action. Okay, this is the time to increase your account. So stay strong, be patient, don't let the bounces bother you. Short the hell out of the bounces, guys. Trade like a rock star. I'll catch you on the next trade soon. Let's roll.